So I finally get to meet the courier who's accomplished so much in so little time. That's why I summoned you here, right? The question is, are you ready to get started? I like the servile attitude. Keep it up.
You here to fight in the arena? Then you're talking to the right man. As expected, it wasn't much of a fight, but what can you expect from slaves? There's a captured NCR trooper available, Sergeant Andrews. He's already been challenged once and survived, so he should be a worthy opponent.
They hardly even know how to fight.
This is hopeless! I have a dangerous one for you. An NCR ranger by the name of Stella. We got lucky since we rarely capture rangers alive. Have been unbelievable. You stood against a ranger in single combat and survived. Sorry, but there's nobody left who'd even be a challenge for you.
Listen to me very carefully. I waited too long for this moment for you to go fouling it up on a lark. Do as I say, and your rewards will be immense. Thwart me, and your punishment will become the purpose of my existence. Then there will be no safe haven for you.
I felt the ground shake a while ago. I'll take that as a sign you've got the job done. Let's press on, shall we? You know where to find him. How he dies, I leave up to you. Good.
Ah, you must be the courier who's been of service to us lately. I'll take you to my Decanus at once.
Awe, why have you come to Nelson? If you're so eager to see Camp Forlorn Hope fall, why don't you go attack it all by yourself? Well?
What was that for?
Check your fire!
Come on!
What was that, you dirty coward? Watch out! Get some! Watch out! Murderer! Ha! Ah! Ah!
Yes? A glorious victory. You must be very satisfied. I'll send word of your achievement. Perhaps Caesar will see fit to send another Count Hibernium to occupy the camp. Here, take this. My blade. It was a gift from my centurion upon the defeat of the Sundog tribe. True to Caesar.
You here to pay your respects too? What the fuck are you doing? My brother died at the Battle of Hoover Dam. You're desecrating a war memorial. Oh, now it's on. Hey! Ow.
The Omertas, who run Gamora, have become suspicious of Martina's frequent visits to their casino. Soon they'll pay her a visit of their own.
This ain't your business. Walk off and forget you saw anything. You have no idea who you're messing with! Watch out!
Thank you. They were going to kill me. Oh, okay. Goodbye.
For now, anyway. She'll need to lay low while the Omertas are scrambling to find out what happened. They'll eventually send more men after her, but I'm sure I'll come up with a better solution to the problem by then.
If you're an enemy of the NCR, you're an enemy of mine. Get out of my sight. Spotted.
Since you haven't pissed yourself, I'll assume that you don't know who we are. Next time I'll bring my sickle and wear my black cloak. See, the NCR sends us when they want terrible things done to terrible people.
Obviously, you don't know the first damn thing about the Rangers. Without them, nobody in these parts would be safe. No, I'm getting all worked up for nothing. Those boys are just fine.
Well, well, well. What's our favorite courier doing so far from the Strip? Don't you have a special delivery to give to Mr. House?
Legion! Come on! Retreat! Retreat!
You like that? Had enough!
Targeting.
Why have you done this? Slavery, the future of mankind. What have you done?
I've read Mr. House's obituary. Had a high opinion of himself, didn't he? With Mr. House out of the way, I can focus on smoothing out a few lingering complications elsewhere in the Mojave.
Welcome, child.
Ages ago, long before I was born, we lived underground. Everyone had guns, but the Overseer wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade.
What about it? Do you have some advice? Oh, I've been using 2 roots for flour. Thanks to you, I'll be able to create twice as much healing powder per day. For sale? I'm a slave, not a merchant. I could give you some supplies every day, though. You are, after all, a friend of the Legion.
Yes. Do you have something to report? Well done. It will be very useful in the coming battle against the snipers the NCR will no doubt have hidden in the hills near the dam. Wale.
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm? You're nothing. You're some inept mercenary the NCR is paying to supplement its own incompetent soldiers. No, listen. Caesar's secrets are safe with me. I stayed alive because Caesar would have wanted it. I'm useless to him dead. I've told them nothing. They've gotten nowhere. I'm a Kenturian, for Christ's sake. I deserve his trust. You have to let this go. I'll disappear. No one will ever see me again. That was always the plan in the first place. No, that's not what I meant. Lieutenant, this man is trying to kill me. He's not who you think he is.
All that shouting. Honestly, Sealus, you get free room and board. The least you could do is be a good guest.
Lieutenant, this man is an agent of the Legion on a mission to kill me.
My, we have an active imagination today, don't we?
Think about it. Is it worth the risk? You need what I know.
Well, it sounds like the two of you are becoming fast friends.
It'll be your head if I die, Lieutenant. You'll be disgraced.
You know what? I think you're right, Sealus.
Of course I'm right.
Except, I don't care. Because it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it to never have to hear you say another word, Sealus. Carry on.
Lieutenant!
Awe, name your business. That would be worth knowing, especially if we can then rearm and reuse them. The light is a button that can interrupt detonation. We were too busy throwing ourselves to the ground to figure that out. To rearm the mine, we'd just press the button again. Simple. The profligates will regret that we learned this. Wale.
It's reached me that you killed Silas before he could talk. I approve. Have you brought news of the boomers? Is that so? You are good, aren't you? If the boomers will toe the line, I can focus on other preparations. But not without first rewarding your initiative. Now, moving on. I want you to forge an alliance between Caesar's Legion and the White Glove Society. They used to be cannibals. I expect that information can be used to manipulate them. Go to... Oh! God damn it! Never this bad before. Fuck this. I'm going to lie down. Come back later. Tomorrow.
I know the captain well. If you wish to be of service, go talk to him. Bear in mind that you are now responsible for guarding the secret of his true allegiance. If the NCR finds out, we'll know how that happened.
Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis. Christ, keep it down. You want to blow the whole thing? We've worked years for this. But maybe it's good for you here. Shu knows about the leaks, and I'm supposed to find the spy for him. And now all my work, all the waiting, is about to pay off. You're going to put the bomb on that train. I'll be sure to be in the presence of several reliable eyewitnesses when it happens. Then, we're going to pin this on a scapegoat. I have the explosive stashed in a trash can, next to the ticketing counter, along with some incriminating documents. Put the bomb in one of the vents inside the train on the back wall, towards the joint that connects the cars. Arm it, and get out of there.
Hey, can't you see I'm busy here?
What? Who? Crenshaw. I've met Crenshaw at his disciplinary hearing. Still, this is hard to imagine. He was just a prankster. I was afraid of this. Caesar's reach is longer than anybody guessed.
What is it? Well? Perfect. This has turned out better than I'd ever imagined. This will pay dividends for the Legion for a long time to come. I was with Shu when the bomb went off. He'll never think to investigate me for it. I'll make sure Caesar himself hears about your success today. And take this, courtesy of the NCR. I'm sure they won't miss it.
This is a restricted area. State your business. Or you're a Legion spy trying to infiltrate our perimeter. Give me one good reason I should let you through. No need. We already have an expert hard at work on it. Then again, our expert is an idiot. Hell, he might as well be a saboteur. I guess you couldn't do any worse.
Looks like the war... My daddy's gonna kill all you bastards once he finds out what you done to me.
What is it, citizen? I hope this experience has taught you an important lesson about the value of human life.
You can't do this to me. This is a mistake.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
The hell I will.
Stand back, citizens.
So the Baron has slaughtered his last Brahmin. How delightful. He was a pox on our business.
I don't care for their incivility or the hodgepodge of sporting equipment that passes for fashion with them. Nevertheless, I have heard Caesar has a stately dignity about him. Tell your Mr. Caesar we are with him.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the Burned Man again.
The last time we met, I believe we were talking about the White Glove Society. I appreciate your concern, but I'm in excellent health, and we have other matters to discuss. Have you been successful in your efforts to recruit the White Glove Society? Good. It will be valuable to have allies on the Strip when Hoover Dam is taken. Now, as for your next assignment, I want you to destroy the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel. It's not a full-strength chapter, mind you. The profligates... Oh. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. The Brotherhood. Them. I don't know. There have been a couple. Don't, but just leave it alone. I'm fine. Now, what was I saying? Right. Look for the Brotherhood's bunker around, Hidden Valley. My scouts saw some things. I'm going to bed. We'll talk later.
You're mine!
You're no match for us.
The killing of profligates should never go unrewarded. I'll pay you a small sum per tag. How many? Hardly a day's work, but then again, you're not Legion. Perhaps I was wrong about your skills. You've killed more NCR than most recruits. Good, good. Your growing number of NCR kills rivals most legionaries. Keep up the good work. Huh. Perhaps I was wrong about your skills, Profligate. Your kill count rivals some of our best warriors.
Who are you?
Hey, nice to meet you.
You dirty...
Hey, did you track down some...
You again.
Hey, man. When in Rome.
That's okay. I'll fix him. Can I have him now? Sergeant Teddy!
Who's there?
Has the Brotherhood been destroyed? Very well. This latest victory brings to a close my efforts to reshape the power balance of the Mojave. And not a minute too soon. I want you to join me in my tent. You and I are going to have a private conversation. All right, let's state the obvious. There's something wrong with me. The headaches started a couple of months ago. They weren't too bad at first, but now they come frequently and they're debilitating. For the past 2 weeks, my left leg has been dragging. It's stiffer, hard to move. And you've seen me blank out. Lucius says I stare into space, blink a few times, then keep talking like nothing happened. So what's the diagnosis? I figured as much. Congratulations, you just became my personal physician. Do you have what you need to treat my condition? Then gather those items together and hurry back to perform the operation. I don't know how long I've got.
Caesar sleeps, but doesn't awaken. I fear it is only a matter of days before death claims him.
I thank you for saving my life. You're a warrior and a healer, a rare combination. I trust this payment is adequate compensation for your troubles. Now, lest we grow sentimental here, the time for battle will soon be upon us. Legatus Linnaeus draws nigh. When he arrives, my legion will assault Hoover Dam. In the meantime, the profligates have prepared a welcome gift for us. The president of the NCR intends to visit Hoover Dam. That's what I like to hear. One of my Frumentaria set up camp near Hoover Dam. His name is Cato Hostilius. Go to him. He'll have further instructions.
Caesar was right to put his trust in you. Your skill in medicine is beyond anything I've ever seen before.
I'm pleased that you were able to cure Caesar's malady. Though the Legate is a fine leader, we yet need the wisdom of Caesar to guide the Legion.
I'm sure you had to use a lot of healing powder on Caesar. Well done!
I had hoped to become a great doctor, like you someday.
You've done the Legion a great service by healing whatever was wrong with Caesar.
Never had you pegged as the doctor type. Guess I know who to come to now when I get sick. It's about time you showed up. I was starting to get lonely out here by myself. Right. Straight to business. Good. No wonder Caesar sent you. Rise and shine. You have a big day ahead of you. So, do you have a plan for how you're going to kill Kimball?
But the time came, and they could no longer shoulder the burden alone.
You dispatched President Kimball with real skill. Right under their noses, too. What a humiliation. My forces are in a position to assault the dam. Legatus Linnaeus has assumed command. Are you ready to go to him? To tell him to begin the assault? Good. In hoc signo Taurus vinces.
Some fool asked me the other day what mongrel meat tastes like. I told him I'd sooner feed him to my dogs than the other way around. Legatus, a stranger arrives. One who bears the mark.
Finally, Mars has accepted my sacrifices and unleashes me. You are the courier Lord Caesar has spoken of. The slaughter begins then.
If we could just get rid of those damn snipers, or release our waiting men in the intake tower, we'd have the manpower to storm their positions. Mars favors the bold, does he not?
So you must be the courier the reports mentioned. Pass this message on to your commander. Hoover Dam will not fall while I still draw breath.
I've got you now. Take this.
Had enough? Had enough?
This slaughter pleases me. No act is more sacred than consecrating a site in the blood of one's enemies. Know that your efforts are appreciated and will not go unrewarded, but we can speak of that later. For now, come. We must see to the burning of the dead.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Goodsprings cheated death once again, and the Mojave wasteland was forever changed. Caesar entered the Strip as though it was his triumph. The Legion pushed the NCR out of New Vegas entirely, driving them back to the Mojave outpost. The Legion occupied all major locations, enslaving much of the population and peacefully lording over the rest. Under the Legion's banner, civilization, unforgiving as it was, finally came to the Mojave wasteland. The Legion marched over the Hoover Dam with the help of one who was as brutal and merciless as the worst of them, the Courier. Caesar honored him with a golden coin, minted in celebration of his contributions and distributed throughout the wasteland.
Cautious after the Boomers' display of power at Hoover Dam, Caesar chose to leave the Boomers alone. The Boomers remained isolated, but have been seen flying over the Mojave Desert from time to time.
The Fiends attacked Camp McCarran during the Second Battle of Hoover Dam and suffered heavy losses. Caesar, unimpressed with their performance and their dependence on chems, had them exterminated.
After the Legion's victory, Caesar, out of a strange respect for his old fellows, allowed the followers safe passage out of the wasteland. Reluctantly, the followers accepted the offer and abandoned Old Mormon Fort to the Legion.
The Legion, preoccupied with its acquisition of New Vegas, scarcely took notice of the town of Goodsprings. Many locals moved on, fearful of Caesar's long shadow. Only the old and the stubborn remained.
As reward for their loyal service, Caesar forcibly integrated the great Khans into the Legion. The sick and elderly were killed. The women sold as wives to ranking officers, and the tribe's identity was annihilated. Though many great Khans mourned the death of their tribe, many more were ultimately satisfied with their revenge against NCR.
After their victory at Hoover Dam, Legion troops rolled through Freeside. The Kings tried to fight back, but most were killed, and the rest fled into the wasteland.
With the transplant of Lupa's brain, Rex gained all of the donor's experiences traveling with the Legion. These melded well with his own memories of the Legion, and his new mind quickly adjusted to the myriad memories.